You may have noticed that I often show toys in themes. But sometimes, because my collection is so big, I miss something from a theme, and I come to it weeks later and thought, bother, I should have shown that one. So here's a little display of some of the toys that got away, but first time round. 3 elephant toys, 2 snails, and a parrot. They all appeared in other videos, but this is ones that I didn't show, so see what you think. The first one is a tumbling blocks, a very nice one to a Jacob's ladder, which shows clowns, but when you flip it, an elephant appears. And of course it's got that lovely side movement, which you'll probably recognise from there, but it's lovely that it goes from an elephant in the jungle to clowns. Very nicely done, and the elephants are, well, it's a single elephant. It looks very fine indeed. So that one went missing, but now it's been discovered. An even more bizarre elephant is this one here, which was produced by the Slinky Toy company, who were intent on making everything out of springs. And they even went so far as to produce an elephant on a spring. Well, it's the front of the elephant and the tail. Look, the tail's there, and the ears and things. But the rest of the body is not quite what you'd expect. No legs, no body. Well, a springy body, but it's quite fun for kids to play with and imagine they're looking at an elephant which can do these springy actions. It's got a nice soft feel to it because it's all plush on the outside. So a nice little top. They call it Slinky Pets, and I found that at New York Toy Fair. About 15 years ago. And here's one I've had for many years, since the 1980s. I've completely forgotten this one. He's a pink elephant, and he's an old-fashioned wind-up one with a large motor inside. He does something quite extraordinary. Pink, 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 all plush covered, and see what he does. Something I'll do it more. There. Look at the way that tail goes. What's he doing? Oh, he's supposed to go up there. That's better. He's getting a bit old. He suddenly flops down like that and does a handstand. Let me show that in profile. He's down like that, there we are, he goes back like that, and then when he's about there, he's suddenly going to flip down and go bop like that, and up in his legs. Look at that, isn't that brilliant? Wonderful mechanism inside. How could I miss that? Well, I did. But anyway, we've finally got Pinky, the pink elephant, performing very nicely. Now, snail toys, I've had a few in the past, which I showed. Here's 2 I didn't show. I think this one's a very recent one, actually. It's very nice. It's a wind-up one, but a nice action. And it does move like a snail does, very smoothly across the table. Let's do a bit more winding up. Off you go, fella. Whoa, beautiful. The other one's not a wind-up, it's one of those ones with a little tongue which opens up like that. So in order to keep the tongue a bit precious, I've put some elastic bands around it just to keep it in. And now what I want to do is just squeeze it gently. Which Josie? There he is. And this bit here sort of uncurls when you do an action like that. It did it better when it was brand new, but that's not bad actually. So it's a snail pushing out his tongue like that, and very nicely too. And they've got 2 lovely eyes. I love those eyes, and a lovely contrast between the red tongue and the dark green snail, which is very often the colour of a snail. So very nicely done. Back into, and the last one is a parrot, which is delightful because it's got such lovely movement to it. It's not just hopping, but it's something else as well. See what you think. Very nicely done, and very recently produced this one, I think. Pops. As he goes around, I'll do it towards the camera. See how the wings flap out like that. Ooh, not too far, fella. Let's get you from here. Wow. Oh, we're just going to go off the table, shall we? And whoopee! Isn't that fun?